Pythagoras was an ancient Ionian Greek philosopher and the eponymous founder of Pythagoreanism. His political and religious teachings were well known in Magna Graecia and influenced the philosophies of Plato, Aristotle, and, through them, Western philosophy. Here you'll find some of his most famous quotes. As long as man continues to be the ruthless destroyer of lower living beings, he will never know health or peace. For as long as men massacre animals, they will kill each other. Indeed, he who sows the seed of murder and pain cannot reap joy and love. Be silent, or let thy words be worth more than silence. If there be light, then there is darkness. If cold, heat. If height, depth. If solid, fluid. If hard, soft. If rough, smooth. If calm, tempest. If prosperity, adversity. If life, death. No one is free who has not obtained the empire of himself. No man is free who cannot command himself. Educate the children, and it won't be necessary to punish the men. Do not say a little in many words, but a great deal in few. There is geometry in the humming of the strings. There is music in the spacing of the spheres. In anger we should refrain both from speech and action. Rest satisfied with doing well, and leave others to talk of you as they please. The oldest, shortest words yes and no are those which require the most thought. A man is never as big as when he is on his knees to help a child. Silence is better than unmeaning words. No man is free who cannot control himself. Above all things, respect yourself. Choose rather to be strong of soul than strong of body. Let no one persuade you by word or deed to do or say whatever is not best for you. As long as men massacre animals, they will kill each other. Indeed, he who sows the seeds of murder and pain cannot reap the joy of love. Above the cloud with its shadow is the star with its light. Reason is immortal, all else mortal. Most men and women, by birth or nature, lack the means to advance in wealth or power, but all have the ability to advance in knowledge. Salt is born of the purest parents, the sun and the sea. All is number. It is only necessary to make war with 5 things: with the maladies of the body, the ignorances of the mind, with the passions of the body, with the seditions of the city and the discords of families. Number rules the universe. Declining from the public ways, walk in unfrequented paths. As soon as laws are necessary for men, they are no longer fit for freedom. We ought so to behave to one another as to avoid making enemies of our friends, and at the same time to make friends of our enemies. Use always the way that seems the best, however rough it may be. Custom will soon render it easy and agreeable. Anger begins in folly and ends in repentance. Friends share all things. A blow from your friend is better than a kiss from your enemy. Friends are as companions on a journey, who ought to aid each other to persevere in the road to a happier life. Souls never die, but always on quitting one abode pass to another. All things change, nothing perishes. The soul passes hither and thither, occupying now this body, now that. As a wax is stamped with certain figures, then melted, then stamped anew with others, yet it is always the same wax. So, the soul being always the same, yet wears at different times different forms. Practice justice in word and deed, and do not get in the habit of acting thoughtlessly about anything. You should make great things, not promising great things. It is difficult to walk at one and the same time many paths of life. Allow not sleep to close your eyes. Before 3 times reflecting on your actions of the day, what deeds? Done well, what not, what left undone. Thought is an idea in transit, which when once released, never can be lured back, nor the spoken word recalled, nor ever can the overtack be erased. There is geometry in the humming of the string. Power is the near neighbor of necessity. Should one in boldness say, "Lo, I am God," besides the one eternal infinite, then let him from the throne he has usurped put forth his power and form another globe, such as we dwell in, saying, "This is mine," nor only so, but in this new domain, forever let him dwell. If this he can, then verily he is a God proclaimed. Ability and necessity well near each other. As soon as you awake, in order lay the actions to be done the coming day. He lived far from the gods, but in his mind he was at home with them. Concern should drive us into action and not into a depression. No man is free who cannot control himself. There are men and gods and beings like Pythagoras. Every triangle is a love triangle if you love triangles. Meaningful silence is better than meaningless words. No man should quit his post but at the command of his general, that is, of God himself. As long as man continues to be the ruthless destroyer of lower living beings, he will never know health or peace. For as long as men massacre animals, they will kill each other. Do not take roads traveled by the public. Some are slaves of ambition or money, but others are interested in understanding life itself. These give themselves the name philosophers, and they value the contemplation and discovery of nature beyond all other pursuits. A good soul hath neither too great joy, nor too great sorrow, for it rejoiceth in goodness, and it sorroweth in wickedness, by the means whereof, when it beholdeth all things, and seeth the good and bad so mingled together, it can neither rejoice greatly, nor be grieved with over much sorrow. Which quote do you like the most? Share your opinion on the comments. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to Beautiful Minds so you don't miss any of the best quotes in history. See you soon.